Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's tariff talk and Canada's response. Late on the night he was inaugurated, Trump was asked about his promised tariffs on Canada and Mexico. He said, quote, "We're thinking in terms of 25% on Mexico and Canada. I think February 1st. So, it's gone from day 1 to February 1st. But he also requested a report by April 1st on the issue. Which timeline is correct? It's Trump. Who knows? But this is the type of inflationary policy the bond market is worried about, and economists are starting to point out that Canada is on much stronger footing for a trade war than people realize. The U.S. gets about a quarter of its daily oil from Canada. On the other side of the border, the Canadian foreign minister commented on the situation by saying they're working on preventing the tariffs, but also added that they are, quote, working on retaliation. As mentioned in other videos, Canada has a lot of options that will cause the U.S. immediate economic harm. The Canadian finance minister remarked about Trump's unpredictable behavior and said that none of this is a surprise, adding that, quote, "Our country is absolutely ready to respond to any one of these scenarios." There's a stereotype in the United States that seems to be undercutting the stiff posture Canada is adopting. In the U.S., Canadians are generally viewed as endlessly polite and patient. I don't think it's a stretch to say that many Americans view them as soft. That's a stereotype that isn't really accurate. Sure, generally, Canadians are endlessly polite and patient, until it's time to not be polite and patient. In military circles, they're kind of like Kaiser Sose. The calm ferocity is the stuff of legends. I could go over a giant list and talk about the Geneva checklist. But I'm just saying, if a trade war ensues and they offer cans of corned beef as a sign of goodwill, don't take it. And if you do, definitely don't ask for more. The U.S. has never seen that side of Canada because they're allies. And, generally speaking, you don't start a trade war with allies. At this point, economists, trade advisors, the bond market, and eventually the stock market are all signaling to Trump that the tariffs aren't a good idea. But he's kind of talked himself into a corner on this one. I'm not sure he's going to back down. If you're wondering about the corned beef thing, Canadian troops threw cans of corned beef to their opposition on the battlefield, who may or may not have been low on rations depending on the version of the story. When the opposing soldiers called from their trench and asked for more and prepared to catch the food, the Canadians threw grenades instead. This is definitely a situation where people shouldn't confuse an American stereotype of politeness for weakness. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.